As a country, we don't spend enough money on research, especially research of people's behavior and people's attitude towards money, etc., or even towards retirement. Some people do a small survey of with 30 people, 40 people. Some people are now doing bigger surveys, but largely we have very little data available on what Indian investors do, what they like to do, what they should be doing, right? So we don't have enough data. So here is a 2021, remember, 3-year-old study about the US, and it says things which are very likely to be similar to what happens in India. So the first thing they say is in the last year 25% out of the total investors, an addition of 25% was made in the year 2020. Whereas the 8 years prior to that they added 21%. So in 1 year you add more than what you added in the last 8 years, and the same must be true in India for demat accounts, for brokerage accounts, and for people doing SIP. All these numbers have gone up substantially, but we don't have enough data for each one separately. Of course we have, but we'll have it in various places. Some research Zerodha may have done, some research some Amphi may have done, or SEBI may have done. So it's available in different places. Here is a good American survey which is worth looking at, because Indian data must be somewhat similar. What the second one is very important. Younger investors are more likely to engage in riskier investment behavior. 36% here, 36% of investors under 35 reported trading options, compared to 21% in the age group 35 to 54, and about 8% of 55 and older. So obviously younger people are taking more risk. That is fairly obvious, because older people say, oh, I don't understand cryptocurrency, so I will stay away from it. Whereas a younger kid says, look, I don't know anything about cryptocurrency, let me go and learn. Unfortunately, fortunately, they start learning by putting money, and they lose and they gain. So some people earn money, some people lose money, and then that learning gets carried forward for the rest of your life. So it is impossible to say that kids should not take risk, but obviously fairly clearly the riskier trades are taken by younger people. Like the saying goes, there are no old bold pilots. You have bold young pilots and pilots, but there are no bold old pilots. The system takes them out, right? So slowly they lose money, etc. Then they come back and say, look, indexing is best. So they go back to indexing rather than trading cryptocurrencies and doing F&O, etc. The percentage of investors considering cryptocurrencies has increased to 33%, and 27% have already invested, up from 18 and 12% the previous year. Same thing must be true in India. The number of people playing Rummy, online Rummy, the number of people doing F&O, the number of people investing or playing Dream 11, these numbers are actually much higher than the number of people doing SIPs, right? So at about 10 crore people would be playing online Rummy and doing some F&O trades, but the number of investors in mutual funds, unique folios, is only 4 crores. Only 4 crore PAN numbers are active in the stock market, and by active, some could be dead, so those folios have not been taken out. So some of those numbers also may not be true, but 4 crores is the outer limit, not the inner limit, right? Not the lower limit. 18% of investors report trading shares of GameStop, AMC and BlackBerry, which means meme stocks, right? So you create a meme and you say, oh, this share will never go up. ITC used to be a meme stock. Yes Bank is a meme stock. People don't invest in Yes Bank. So if you had bought Yes Bank shares a few years ago, it was available at 12 rupees or 11 rupees, you would have doubled your money. But it's a meme stock, so whether you will not, people obviously lost money in shares like GameStop, but yes, the attraction is volumes. When people see so much volume, they say, oh, market can't be wrong. Then they go to Instagram, they go to TikTok, they look at videos, and everybody says, have you not bought ITC? Have you not bought GameStop, right? So these kind of peer pressure, etc., being created must be playing a big role in how investors decide. The problem is, for most of us, we cannot distinguish between a trader and an investor from the data, right? So we don't even know what that person is intending to do when he's buying the share. Or maybe you bought a share at 50 rupees thinking you will sell it off at 100 rupees after 2-3 years, but in a week it goes from say 50 to 78 or 80, and you calculate and say, look, this is not going to sustain, so you go and sell. So these kind of things will happen, right? So the main motivation for nearly all investors in the market was to make money over the long term. That's what they said. 96% of them said. However, large majorities also want to make money in the short term, which is 72%. 96% was obviously long term, 72% want to make money in the short term and learn about investing, which is about 65%. Younger respondents are much more likely than older respondents to invest for reasons other than long-term profits, such as social responsibility, entertainment, social activity, etc. So yeah, so the other things like ESG investing, etc., that could pull some younger people, maybe pull some older fund managers, etc., but in their personal capacity they may not be investing in ESG kind of stuff. Main motivation is to make money. When making my investment decision, most of the people are today buying by using apps. Some others use online websites, etc. But calling up an investment advisor or a broker to buy shares is now past. People are not doing it, right? Many investors are unaware of or confused about various fees that they pay for investing. True in US, true in India. 1 in 5 investors do not think they pay any kind of fee for investing. Many people don't know this, which is true in India also. Many people think, I invest in ICICI Direct, so there is no brokerage, or I invest through HDFC as a special account for mutual funds, so I don't pay any fees for that, right? It's already a loaded fees, it's already being paid, right? So if you're getting paid if you're not being charged anything, you're still being charged a brokerage and you're not getting any good service because you're doing it yourself. Think about all this. I hope somebody does a study like this about India also. Thank you.